You are listening to the Fringe Radio Network. FringeRadioNetwork.com.
You're listening to Earth Oddity, a weekly odyssey into all the oddity planet Earth has to offer. And now, serving it up are Christopher Tiny Sullivan and John Long.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Earth Oddity, the number one podcast in all of New Zealand and Madagascar, too. We just got the numbers in on that. My name's John. I'm here with my co-host, Tiny.
Hello.
We're here to bring you a few entertaining news stories. To the lady who cut my hair yesterday, I'm sorry, this is not a true crime podcast. I was just playing with you, but just keep listening. But first of all, I want to start out because I have to make an apology. This is, I think, my first official apology.
John, you don't make a lot of apologies.
I don't.
But this is one of them. So,
well, I made a very powerful enemy with the letter carriers and mail carriers in Taylor, Michigan, with my comment from a few episodes ago where I said that mail is unnecessary anymore.
Right. Which anybody with an Amazon Prime membership knows.
Yeah, you got to have
that's
mail.
A ridiculous
that's
statement.
Right. Well, it's just
mail.
ridiculous anyways.
Yes.
And so the guy, a guy contacted me. His name was Keith and said jokingly, you know, hey, I think you've lost some listeners. I offered to handwrite an apology to each person. I thought that would be good because we can mail it.
Yeah.
But he declined.
Give him some business.
Right. But talked to actually cool people. And he asked that we mention the food drive that they do every year, the letter carriers and mail carriers. It's going to be on Saturday, May 11th of this year. So hopefully if you're listening to this next week, you got a couple of weeks to prepare.
It's a national food drive, right?
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah. It is called the Stamp Out Hunger food drive. They do it every year. Right. Yeah, definitely.
Good marketing.
Clever. Right. Oh, yeah. And you can take a bag of non-perishable goods, put it out by your mailbox, and your mail carrier will pick it up.
Yes.
And then, in turn, we'll get it to needy families all over. As good Christian people, as I know everyone who listens to this podcast is, you know, that's one of the things we're tasked to do is to help the needy.
Yes.
So go ahead and clean out your pantry.
And here's the USPS making it easy.
Right.
Where you don't even have to leave your house.
Right, exactly.
You take some non-perishable food goods.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love as much as we love homemade cookies.
Right. Yeah, we don't need those.
Your postman's going to take those and eat those himself.
Yeah, right.
And maybe that
leave
would be
those for him anyway.
Maybe that would be good
right.
in and of itself, but it's not going to needy families. It's going to hungry letter carriers.
Right. Yes. And I just want to say now, don't get like the can of water chestnuts that have been sitting up in your pantry for like 6 years and put it in the bag just because you can't get rid of it and you bought it for a recipe you never made or whatever. Nobody needs that, okay? So let's all we can probably all go spend $20 at the grocery store and get enough stuff to feed some people for a good long time from each of our houses. So
what's the dates on that again?
May 11th is when they're doing the pickup. It's a Saturday. So.
Okay.
We want to help stamp out hunger in our country and really worldwide, but we're starting right here first. Charity starts at home. So I encourage everyone to do that. I want to apologize to our mail carrier friends.
Yes, we're very sorry.
Very sorry. Look, out of everything I say, no one should believe anything I say. All right. And I think they knew that, and he was just being facetious when he said it. Like I said, we had a real good conversation via text. So,
although I will say, little ironic, he used a direct message to send that to us.
Not a letter.
Not a letter.
Tiny, don't get on their bad side, man. Don't get on their bad side, okay?
Yeah.
But yes, so mail carriers everywhere. We love you. We're glad that you listen to it. Listen to this show.
And we love 2-day free shipping.
And keep up the good work. You guys do really have a hard job. You know, I can imagine the crap you got to put up with, and you know, dogs and people blocking mailboxes and stuff like that parked on the street and all that crazy stuff. Rain, sleet, snow, hail, everything else that you got to get out and do it in. Unless you're in the South and it snows 1 inch and we just shut everything else down.
Right.
But everywhere else in the world. But in the South, you do have to deal with like 100-degree temperatures. So you guys are great. I don't think we should abolish mail service. Okay. I'm 100%.
Not until drones come.
I back no, not at all. I back the USPS as much as possible. Okay.
Yes.
They don't have a bigger fan than John Long. Okay. I don't know if they can make a plaque for me or something. Maybe I'll become an honorary postman. Is that something that can happen?
Well, I gotta say, I believe what you're saying. When you came in today, I had no idea you would be wearing a USPS T-shirt.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And he's got USPS socks on right now, too. Didn't even know they sold those.
All in. I'm getting one of those pith helmet things, too, that they have.
Yeah.
It just hadn't came in yet. You know, the mail runs a little slow on the weekend. So, but yeah, we love them. We love them. We're all for them. So anyways, got that off the table. Also apologize to Rebecca. This is not a true crime podcast. I just lied to you. But
it was for a good cause.
But I hope you enjoy it, because I wanted you to hear how you could help needy families, and that's really what that was all about. So,
yeah, you got any good stories this week?
I do. I have several. I got 3 Florida stories.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, and 1 Wisconsin story. So, and Wisconsin is the Florida of Canada, so we're pretty much we're all Florida all day. What about you?
Man, I got a dude who is threatening to release his army of turtles on society.
Excellent.
If his demands are not met.
Okay. Those fearsome turtles. Are they snapping turtles?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think they're mutated Ninja Turtles, but you never know.
That would be cool, though.
But you know what? I've got one story I'm saving for the very end. So how about you start us off?
Okay.
That way I go last.
Okay, so let's start out here with three naked women. This is according to the Florida Highway Patrol. 3 naked women air drying at a Florida rest stop send troopers on a chase. So they're apparently air drying. I air dry some myself. Troopers say 3 women in the nude became combative when they were confronted at a rest stop. One of the ladies is accused of trying to hit a trooper with her car, and another allegedly tried to swing at a trooper with a metal bat.
Daggone.
Yeah, they're serious about air drying. At around 11:15 a.m. Wednesday, Florida Highway Patrol troopers were dispatched for a call about 3 naked women at a rest stop on northbound I-75. These 3 women standing in the nude and putting on suntan lotion. One of the troopers is heard saying in the dispatch call audio. The women later identified as Oasis McLeod, who was 18, Janiyah McLeod, who was 19, and Cecilia Young, who was 19, told the trooper they were air drying after showering. I can't say showering.
It's a tough word.
Showering. They're showering, according to FHP. As the trooper was trying to get information, FHP said the women got into a white 2009 Nissan Sentra and drove southbound into the northbound rest area entrance. The trooper began to pursue the Nissan, and FHP said it canceled the chase because it didn't fit FHP criteria. A driver called in to report a reckless vehicle, and another trooper responded. That trooper deployed Star Chase projectiles on the vehicle.
Wait a minute. What is a Star Chase projectile?
I don't. It really doesn't say, but it says it allowed the troopers to back off and establish a perimeter
around these 3 naked women.
Maybe it's like something that you put on the vehicle that allows you to GPS track it or something.
Okay. Huh.
It says, I don't know. Star Chase, though, is a pretty cool name. Sounds like something from Star Trek. Let's see. FHP says troopers then tracked the vehicle, which was found empty at a convenience store parking lot on State Road 52. As a trooper tried to arrest one of the women while she left the store, another woman purposely drove directly at the trooper.
Oh, no.
And another woman got out of the car with a metal bat and tried to hit the trooper after he jumped out of the way of the car.
Do these women not know that these are officers?
Oh, I think they know.
Oh, my goodness.
I just can't imagine a naked lady swinging a bat at some cop in the parking lot of a convenience store. Another responding trooper rammed the suspect's vehicle with a marked patrol car, according to FHP.
Man.
He was like, I'm done with this, y'all. He's like, I'm just going to hit their car,
Did he think he was in an action movie?
Maybe so. I mean, I kind of feel like if I was a cop, I would be like, look, hey, I'm through messing with these girls. I'm just going to run my car into them, and then they're not going anywhere, and we'll deal with the damages later on. Dade County Police also responded and deployed stop sticks to deflate the vehicle's tires. Due to the aggravated assault and dangerous circumstances, FHP says police were authorized to pull a pit maneuver. You know what the pit maneuver is?
The pit maneuver. Is that where they box you in?
No, well, it's where like they get up on your back quarter panel and then they go into you and it makes you spin around.
Oh, okay.
And they usually like stall your car out or whatever.
Okay, I thought that was fishtail for some reason.
And well, you can do that when you're fishtailing if you've ever been on a dirt road going pretty fast.
Yeah.
It's a big high school thing we used to do. Yeah, so they authorized the pit maneuver and got the vehicle to stop on State Road 52 and 21st Street in Dade City.
All for a little bit of nudity.
The women interlocked arms to keep from being arrested after officers busted out the window of the vehicle. The women were tasered before being taken into custody and sent to the Pasco County Jail. Several troopers had minor injuries, and the women faced charges of fleeing to elude, resisting arrest, 2 counts of aggravated assault, and 3 counts of lewd behavior.
Golly.
Yeah. So
what were they doing besides? Okay, I know that they pulled into the rest stop the wrong way.
Yeah. Well, they were naked. Number one.
I was about to say, is that the main thing here? Because
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of an unpopular opinion here.
Okay.
And I want everybody to know that I'm an idiot. This is just one idiot's opinion.
We don't need to get letters from the highway patrolman or something. Okay, got you.
And these 3 women, from the story I just heard, show a complete, blatant disrespect for law enforcement. And I know, I understand that that's intolerable. We can't tolerate that. But all this damage done, part of me asked the question: was it worth it?
Yeah, I would kind of go there too.
Yeah.
It seems to me.
As long as they're in their car, maybe, I don't know.
Well, see, when I read the headline, I thought they were using like the hand dryer thing, in the bathroom. And if you're walking in with
my first question was that against the law?
Yeah, if you're walking into the rest station bathroom with your kid and there's 3 women there standing around naked, that's going to cause some alarm. Like, hey, we don't need that, okay? But I also don't know that we have to go on some kind of high-speed chase to get them either.
Right. And deploy, what was it, stop sticks?
Yeah, and
star chase
and
projectiles? That sounds horrifying.
And but I do know this, just from my own personal experience, the police don't really like it when you don't do what they say. And once you don't do what they say, it's like all bets are off. They're going to do whatever it is because they don't want you showing them up,
Also, let me point this out. The police have a lot of fun gadgets that they don't get to use very often. Right. So if you give them an opportunity to use their stop sticks and their pit maneuver and their star chase projectiles, they're loving every minute of that.
Absolutely.
I promise you.
And, so, I would say do what the police say. If they ask you to stop, put on your clothes or whatever, do it. Don't disrespect them because it's not going to end well for you if it
Make them wait for training day to get out all the cool gadgets.
Right. Yes, exactly. Because, it's kind of weird. I like the police, big fan of police.
Me too.
Also a big fan of Don't Tread on Me either. So, that's like a weird dichotomy. You see like a redneck that's got like a Back to Blue sticker and a Gadsden flag sticker on his card. And you're like, hey, man, those don't really go together too well, just so you know. I'm not sure you got a whole complete understanding of that. But it's going to work out better for you if the police tell you to do something, you do it. Because,
unless they ask you to do something that's like way outside the bounds.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's different.
If they're asking you to take your clothes off, if you're a young lady, that's definitely outside the bounds.
Although and again, obviously, like you said, in that specific example, that's way out of bounds. But even if they're harassing you or do something, you don't beat law enforcement unless it's in court.
Yeah, right.
So, at that point.
Oh, and they will beat you. Yes. I don't know if you've seen too many episodes of Cops, but they don't mind to beat you up a little bit.
Yeah.
They'll rough you up.
So do what law enforcement asks, and if there is something unconstitutional taking place, then you need to take that story to a judge because that's the only way you're going to win this fight.
And the good news is now everybody's wearing body cameras and dash cams and everything else if they are doing something wrong. And you can record them too with your own personal phone. So everybody watch everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. And let's follow the rules. Yeah. Everybody, we follow the rules.
Yeah, we all need to follow rules on both sides of it. Yeah. But anyways, moral of the story, don't air dry at a Florida rest stop. And if you do, and the police are trying to talk to you, don't hop in your car and run away. All right.
Don't swing a bat at a police officer because that officer has a lot of friends.
Yeah, and he's got a firearm. Like you have a bat, he has a firearm. He's not going to let you hit him more than once, I guarantee you.
He's going to call for backup, and there's going to be 10 dudes outfitted like Batman who are going to show up and take you down.
Yes, right, because they're serving and protecting, guys, okay? They're serving and protecting.
And naked women in Florida cannot be tolerated.
No, not at all. Not at all. I don't know. I'm glad the cops running around on a few of my trips to Panama City Beach. I'll just say that. We went on I know we gotta go through the show today, but we went on a youth trip to Panama City Beach when I was in church. Or when I was growing up in the church.
Perfect place to take the church youth group.
Why not? Panama City Beach. Literally like 10 seconds after we unloaded and everything, and we were like, hey, chaperone, we're going to walk over here to this convenience station and get a drink or whatever. We were walking, and it's like me and my cousin Will and a couple other guys. And these girls go by and just flash. Just going to, I was like, this is going to be
with
the
their
greatest.
Cameras, right?
No.
Yeah, with their cameras.
Yeah, headlights. And I was like, this is going to be the greatest youth trip ever. Like, yes, thank you, Lord. A 15-year-old boy. Thank you, Lord.
Oh, man. All right. Well, moving along.
Yes.
How about this? I'm a big fan of science.
Oh, yeah.
Science is great.
Yeah.
I like the Science Channel.
Okay.
And here we have an article about what some scientists are up to. They are putting human genes into monkeys to make them smarter and more human-like.
Do you want Planet of the Apes? Because this is how you get Planet of the Apes.
I literally cannot see how this could possibly go wrong.
No, not at all.
I cannot think of one single scenario where this doesn't benefit humanity.
I would rather get taken over by robots than apes. I'll just say that much.
Because robots at least are logical,
Yeah, right. Yeah. And apes are nothing to joke around with, man. They will rip your limbs from you and everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Just because they feel like it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, anyway, it says that for the first time, a team of Chinese scientists made use of gene editing techniques to make monkey brains more human-like. By the end, the monkeys, which were Reese's macaques, they got smarter and they had superior memories as compared to the unaltered monkeys.
Okay. Did they learn how to put pants on? A monkey will show his butt to you in a heartbeat like it ain't nothing.
That's not all he'll show.
Oh, yeah. Right. I was like,
you got to watch those school zoo trips.
That's right. You can learn a whole lot on those. Yeah, no, they're just wrestling, buddy. They're just wrestling. Don't worry about it.
Researchers edited the human version of a gene known as MCPH1 into the macaques. The gene made the monkey's brain develop along a more human-like timeline. The gene-hacked monkeys showed better reaction times and improved short-term memories in comparison to their unaltered peers, as per China Daily. The team successfully created 11 transgenic rhesus monkeys carrying human copies of MCPH1. They said that the transgenic monkeys model is practical, very practical, and to a large extent can imitate the human-specific status. However, a few scientists also raised concerns regarding the technique, some even calling it reckless.
Yeah.
I don't know how they could think that.
I'm on board with the reckless scientists.
Geneticist James Sakala told the MIT Technology Review The use of transgenic monkeys to study human genes linked to brain evolution is a very risky road to take. It is a classic slippery slope issue and one that we can expect to reoccur as this type of research is pursued.
Okay.
So, you know what? I guess I would just maybe, this might be a little bit premature, but humanity, you've had a good run.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
We're killing
we should
ourselves, you know?
Maybe we should just go ahead, throw in the towel.
Right.
This is how.
Let's get that nuclear war thing started. You know, let's just go ahead and kick it off. Just end it all. You know, we got the right president for it. Let's just go ahead and kick it off. You know,
I mean, if rogue AI, wasn't a large enough threat looming over us, now we're going to enhance monkeys to rise up and overtake us.
And could we enhance something that was a little less, you know, like maybe dogs or something, you know? Like they don't have like opposable thumbs. Right, yeah. I mean, let's start there.
You know, I guess the real shame here is that humanity won't be around to see the war against robots and monkeys to see which one of them ends up inheriting the earth.
Man, that'd be a heck of a movie. You know, Planet of the Apes versus, you know, whatever, robot.
Man is gone. Robots versus monkeys.
RoboCops versus apes. There we go.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. We should pitch
Trademark.
that to somebody. Yeah. Yeah. Trademark, copyright, whatever. You just don't take our idea. That's a good one. That's a real good one. Yeah, man, that's wild. You know, has science gone too far? You know, guys,
apparently not.
China is just wild. I mean, like China's the wild, wild west. If you want to do whatever you can, you can do it over there. Apparently, I mean, you don't want to get on the government's bad side because they will kill you. But
yeah, as long as you don't talk bad about the government,
yeah,
you
or
can
like
do
be a Christian. You know, other than that,
yes,
yeah, you can put human genes in monkeys.
You can put monkey genes in athletes.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, why do you think their gymnastic team's so good?
You can put monkey genes in athletes with AI enhanced brains.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I might go down for some monkey football. Can you imagine that? Oh, you got like a bunch of silverback gorillas on the offensive line, and oh yeah,
and hang like a cargo net about 8 foot above the field so they can go both ways.
That's right. I love it. Yeah. This might work. It might go better than the AAF did.
Well, there's not a lot that, I mean, this podcast is around longer than the AAF.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, a little more successful. I think we have more listeners than they had viewers. But I'll tell you, when they missed the boat when they didn't get on board with me.
Yeah, they did.
You notice as soon as I pulled my support from them, the league folded.
It was like a week later.
That's right. That's right.
There you go.
Just let that be a lesson to you, XFL. I know you're coming out next year, I think. Let's get on board with us.
You want to get started off on the right foot.
That's right. NFL, I mean, my services are available too. All right. So just throwing that out there, Roger Goodell. Holler at me. Okay. So let's move on to Wisconsin, the great state of Wisconsin. This comes from, I'm not sure how to say it. Eau Claire is EAU Claire.
That sounds right.
Yeah, I'm just going to say Eau Claire.
Yeah.
Police in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, detailed a bizarre incident at the city's Walmart that resulted in the arrest of a 46-year-old woman and her 25-year-old son. So this was posted in our Facebook group. I know Todd sent it to me. I think you posted it.
Yeah, shout out to Emily Griffin, a friend of mine that I haven't spoke to in over 10 years.
Thanks, Emily.
But she showed up to
I wouldn't
post
talk to Tiny either, but thanks for throwing the story in there. And this has been huge. I've seen it all over Facebook. So according to a post made by Eau Claire Police Department, officials on the department's verified Facebook page said the incident happened on Wednesday night at the city's only Walmart. Officers were called to the retail store for a theft in progress, and officers eventually figured out a bizarre chain of incidents that involved the woman, her son, and her dog.
Okay.
Police officials say the woman, identified as 46-year-old Lisa Smith, came into the store with an unleashed dog named Bo. Everybody's got to bring their dog everywhere. I've already talked about that. While Bo ran up to customers, Smith started to act in an erratic manner, pulling apart store displays and putting them in her cart. Smith was asked to leave by store staff members, but after she left the store, she started to perform karate moves in the parking lot. Nothing wrong with some parking lot karate, you know.
Yeah.
I got to do my katas or whatever they're called. Officials say when Smith was arrested, she fought with officers and also tried to kick out a window on a squad car.
Okay, again, I mean, we just got done talking about this, but comply with the officers. And if you still have a fight, you take it to court.
Yes. As the incident with Smith was happening, police say her son, identified as 25-year-old Benny Van, made his way back to the back of the store and stripped off his clothes, exposing himself to customers. Van then took new clothing from the racks and didn't pay for it. When officers approached Van, he refused to stop and tried to run over an officer with his scooter, which in my mind, I think it's one of those like fatty cart scooters, right? Officers then stopped Van's scooter physically and arrested him. In the midst of all of that,
if that wasn't enough,
police say the dog Bo took a box of cornbread muffin mix and tried to leave the store. They done got the dog involved in on it.
That dog's like, okay, well, we're getting something.
That's right. Yeah.
Both of my owners are going to prison. We can't leave.
I'm getting some cornbread mix.
We can't get out of this empty-handed. We need something.
Smith, according to the police, is accused of disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, and misdemeanor bail jumping. Van is accused of lewd and lascivious behavior, disorderly conduct, and retail theft. As for Bo, he was caught by the officers and taken to the Humane Association. And perhaps what was a tongue-in-cheek claim, the police say they issued Bo a warning for the theft.
Bad dog.
Yeah, but that's a wild story.
It really is.
I mean, look, I love my mom. My mom, there's not a son on the earth that loves their mom more than I love my mom.
Real quick, remind me again why the mom was arrested. I mean, she was doing karate in the parking lot.
But theft too.
Okay, so she stole something too.
Yeah, disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, and misdemeanor bail jumping. So she had apparently
she hadn't paid her bail, and that's what she was in trouble for.
Yeah.
And then that's when she broke out the karate. Karate.
Normally how that works, because I've watched a lot of Dog the Bounty Hunter, is a bail bondsman will post your bail, and then you have to show up to court, and the bail bondsman gets his money back, and she didn't show up to court. Yeah. And so in that case, they issue a bench warrant for your arrest.
Okay.
But yeah.
And the kid was like, while mom's over there giving the officers got the police trouble, distracted. I'm gonna try to change my clothes in the clothing aisle and slip away on my scooter.
Buddy, take the clothes to the bathroom or something, you know? Like, don't just get naked right there in the middle of everything.
Well, everyone's looking at your mom.
Yeah, right. And like I said, I love my mom. I love my mom to death. She's great. But if she was ever like, hey, we're going to go down here to the Walmart and we're just going to wreak havoc, you know, I'd have to say, no, I can't do that, Mom. And I don't want you to do that. Let's stay at home, you know. What do you want? Do you want some cornbread mix? I'll go buy you some.
It's only 59 cents.
Yeah, right.
It's not much.
That's right. Yeah, I don't know. And who makes cornbread from cornbread mix? That's all I'm saying. Do it from scratch so it tastes good.
Right.
But they're Yankees. They don't know.
Well, the only thing that could make this any better is if there had been an army of turtles at some point.
Yes.
And this next headline is, man threatens that his army of turtles will destroy us, police say.
Man. So they put human genes in it?
So if you're keeping score at home, we have robots, nuclear war, genetically enhanced monkeys, and now we have an army of turtles.
And a shoplifting dog.
Okay. And hey, this was Florida Man, FYI. So shout out to our friends down in Florida.
Oh, a lot of Florida stories this week.
A Florida man was arrested after yelling obscenities at people in Brevard County, including that his turtle army would destroy them.
Okay.
The arrest affidavit from the Indianapolis Police Department said that 61-year-old Thomas Devaney Lane was disturbing the peace and yelling out obscenities along the West Crest Avenue boardwalk on Sunday. He reportedly called himself the Saint.
Okay.
So that's his name, the Saint.
That's always a good indicator. Something's wrong.
And said that his turtle army will destroy them. In my mind, I like to imagine he's adding "if you don't repent" on the end of that.
Maybe. If I was like a bystander or an officer, I would be like, "Are you even Catholic? You can't just declare yourself a saint. Do you know how this works? What's your miracle? Maybe your miracle is you have a turtle army.
It's pretty miraculous.
That would be miraculous. Yes.
I think if Turtle Army doesn't get you sainthood, what does?
Yeah, true. I feel like I could run away from a turtle army, though.
Well,
I got you on the speed part.
Well, depending on their numbers, I mean, at some point they're going to get you. Ain't they?
I don't know. I mean, I could put some distance between me and a turtle.
I mean, you can outrun a zombie too.
True.
But in large numbers, what you going to do?
I don't know.
Well, anyway.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Lane also reportedly said that they would all see what would happen in an hour. So he's giving them, if my demands are not met in the hour, I'm going to release my turtle army onto society.
I'd be like, I'm going to have to see these turtles. We're waiting, sir. That's what I say. Hey, look, we're going to wait because I got to see this. And we're all going to have turtle soup tonight, and it's going to be good.
Police received at least 7 calls about Lane's disturbing the peace at several different locations. Officers actually observed him doing so in front of the Starbucks.
Okay.
The Surfancia Cafe. I know I'm saying that wrong.
Oh, no, that's right.
And the Sassy Granny Smoothies along the West Crest Avenue boardwalk. Police said that Lane eventually came to the lobby of the police department and he pounded on the walls and the glass. So he's not shying away from law enforcement.
Because he's got a turtle army.
He's got a turtle army.
That ups the confidence level.
Says that he left before an officer could meet with him, but he was eventually found in the parking lot of the 7-Eleven on 5th Avenue. He cursed at customers and the responding officer before calling 911. Lane reportedly told the 911 operator over the phone that the responding officer needed to leave now or you will be sorry because you're bleeping with the saint.
Oh. We know how saints like to curse.
Yeah. The arrest affidavit stated that Lane refused to leave his vehicle and he was forced out. Again, you need to comply with police. While doing so, Lane continued to yell. He told other people passing by that his turtle army would destroy us. Lane is facing resisting an officer without violence and misuse of 911 or E911 system charge. Hats off to the saint.
I guess. I would like I said, I'd like to see.
I would like to see that too.
Well, look, Bo, we're waiting an hour. Set your timer. We're gonna be here an hour. I want this turtle army to show up.
Well, for those of us who've seen the movie Ernest Goes to Camp, there was a turtle army that wreaked havoc on the miners. So.
That's true. Yeah. Back to Florida.
All right, let's stay there. Stay a while.
And animals. A Florida woman feels trapped in her own home, says hawk keeps attacking her, which is no joke. Hawks are federally protected, by the way.
Right.
June Miller says she feels trapped inside her own home because a hawk won't stop attacking her and her dog. Miller noticed the hawk's nest in December on the second floor of her bay window, and she believes there is possibly a family nestled in it. I can't go out my back door. I can't go out my front door. I can't even sit out on my driveway in my garage, she said. It's a huge nest, and he's being very aggressive. I can't run or move fast enough, she said.
Oh, no. Because those things got air superiority.
Oh, yeah, right.
You're not going to get away from a hawk.
Well, I mean, I can tell you how you can. But Miller says the hawk swoops in to attack her dog and has nipped her 3 times in the head, leaving scars.
Okay, that's no joke.
It only happened once to me. That's all I'm saying.
Laws be darned.
June's next-door neighbor snapped pictures of the nest after News 6 was not allowed on the property of Pelican Bay Golf Community to see the hawk. So apparently she lives in a pretty nice place. Like Pelican Bay Golf Community sounds like a nice neighborhood. Right. Doesn't sound like anywhere they would let me live. Says, I don't want to hurt the hawk, but he attacked me. I mean, can I use that? Stand your ground, she said. It is Florida.
That's a good question.
It is Florida. Miller claimed the bird has also slammed into her windows while she's inside. She called the Homeowners Association, which said it can't do anything because the hawks are federally protected. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission told her the same thing and to dress accordingly.
Oh, my goodness.
Get a hard hat to protect my head, which is a little late now because I already got 3 scars, she quipped. I love animals. I just want the nest removed. If the babies are in it, take them with them. I just want to help, she said. The FWC, the Wildlife and Commission, told News 6 that the homeowner needs to contact the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to get a permit approved in order to remove the nest. And apparently the Pelican Bay golf community is not very helpful because they were unable to comment on the situation. But yeah, I'm saying, just a 20 gauge and, and you don't have this problem anymore.
Well, you won't have this problem anymore.
No.
The problem is if you're not in good with your neighbors.
Yes.
You may find yourself in court.
Well, I think I've told this story before. My brother, he passed away a long time ago. And
so law enforcement, there's nothing they can do.
I think the statute of limitations, of course, they can't prosecute him because he's no longer with us. But
Right.
We were at my great-grandparents' one time, and we're like squirrel hunting, walking around, and he killed a hawk. And this is back because hawks have made a huge comeback.
They have.
And this is back before they had made a comeback. And he killed a hawk one time. So I'm just saying it can be done. No one ever found out. We never told anybody about it. And of course, he was like, 12, and he didn't know it was illegal to kill a hawk. He just,
Right.
We just saw something to kill and we killed it. So, and then we cut the
Tell it to the judge.
right. We cut the feet off of it. My great grandfather tied ropes to his tendons and the talons. My brother would antagonize me with the talons. You could pull the rope and it would make them close.
Make them, yeah.
Oh man, it was such a nightmare for me. But yeah, so
I feel for this lady though, because it said in the article, this is a federally protected species that is now menacing this poor woman.
Well, the species is protected, but is the nest protected? Because I just shoved that thing right off my window ledge and see what happened.
I'm not a lawyer, but I bet I've heard of people getting in trouble for
probably
doing things like that.
But I mean, when they show up, I'm just like, man, we had some wind come through here. I don't know what happened. That daggone thing, I came home today and the nest was gone.
Do they have any predators?
I wouldn't imagine so.
I mean, I know that they're a bird of prey and they eat animals, but
I bet you a bobcat would eat it.
Do you think maybe a bald eagle would scare him off or something?
Maybe so.
Like, this is my hunting grounds,
put some
not
of
yours?
those owl statues people put out in their garden or whatever up there by it. Maybe so. I don't know. I think hawks are super cool. By the way,
they really are.
I like all birds of prey. I really think are super cool. And
I'm a huge fan of owls.
Yeah,
we've got some out by my house.
It's very Illuminati of you.
Yeah, but
that's why you got recruited.
That's why I got them.
Yeah. Anyways, I feel bad for this lady, but I also feel like, I ain't got to kill it. If I just hit it with a BB gun every once in a while and make it mad, let it go somewhere else, it'll know not to stay. Maybe the Chinese have put some human genes in this thing,
That's just what we need is genetically enhanced predators.
Predator birds. Yeah, that is going to go well for all of us.
Oh, man. Well, this next story, we're just going to go straight into it. Veteran comedian Ian Cognito jokes about dying before dropping dead on stage. Did you see this in the news?
I did. I saw the headline, but I didn't really read the article because I can't be bothered to read stuff.
This is from a Australian website, so shout out to our Australian listeners.
Oh, yeah.
Outside the United States, I think we probably have more Australians than anybody else.
Oh, yeah. We love Aussies. Australia.
Yeah. And I'm not familiar with this guy, but apparently he was well known outside of the United States.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's like a British comedian,
yes.
I think.
British stand-up comedian Ian Cognito has died on stage during a gig only minutes after joking about having a stroke. So, thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. Why are we laughing at that?
It's horrible.
Man. Yeah.
But it is odd, the circumstances of his passing.
Definitely.
Because the 60-year-old sat down on a stool while breathing heavy in the middle of his set before dying. South Central Ambulance Services said that medics were called to a club in southern England, but sadly one patient passed away at the scene. Show organizer Andrew Bird told the BBC the crowd at the Attic Bar in Bicester had thought it was a joke and continued to laugh. When Cognito sat down and fell silent, everyone in the crowd, including me, thought he was joking because he had just recently made some jokes about having a stroke.
Right.
And then he has one, and everyone thinks it's part of his act.
That's right.
But
it's tough if you're an audience member.
It really is.
Because I would think I would spring into action and try.
Because you want to get in boys' life.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. My only motivation.
Yes. Anyway, he was like his old self. His voice was loud. I was thinking he's having such a good gig. Mr. Burns said Cognito had even joked about his health during his set, telling the audience, "Imagine if I died in front of you right here."
Well,
that's what happened.
Yeah.
Audience member John Ostachak told the BBC, only 10 minutes before he sat down, he joked about having a stroke. He said, "Imagine having a stroke and waking up speaking Welsh. We came out feeling really sick. We just sat there for 5 minutes watching him, laughing at him for 5 minutes." They just laughed at this dude who was laying there dead.
I mean, he's a comedian. I'm sure he would happy.
He died happy doing what he loved.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
So we can at least take a little bit of comfort.
I bet you when he got to heaven, I mean, hopefully he's in heaven. He walked in, he was like, that joke killed.
I was just fixing to say, you're really killing it tonight.
Yeah. Well, I slayed it tonight, y'all. Look at him down there still laughing at me.
It said that Cognito never achieved wide fame, but he was highly respected among fellow comedians. Wow. Entertainer Jimmy Carr tweeted of Cognito's onstage death, "That's commitment to comedy," he said.
Well, Jimmy Carr's pretty funny. I mean, he's very irreverent, but he's pretty funny.
Little Britain star Matt Lucas tweeted, "He was always kind to me when I started out, and brilliant and provocative and entirely original on stage. What a loss."
Wow.
Cognito was based in Bristol and won the Time Out Award for stand-up comedy in 1999. Police said that his death was not suspicious.
But, I mean, it's probably just, your time to go.
Yeah.
I hate it happened to him, but still, I mean,
at least he went out doing what he loved.
Yeah, right. I would say if you're a comedian and if you can make people laugh while you're dying, that's got to be something,
And like you said, that last joke killed.
It killed. It killed. And I bet you those people will never forget that set he did that were at the show. They're probably just like, man, for the rest of their lives, they're going to think about not only was he funny, but I also watched a man die. So
I know if I was there, I think I would probably wait 2 or 3 years, and then I would put my ticket stub on eBay.
Oh, okay. Smart. That's smart. I don't know. I don't know if he's got a big enough following to make any money, but I mean, you make something off of it.
Well, maybe first you get some people to make a documentary about him.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And then release a documentary, and then you put the ticket stub on eBay.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart. I like the way you're thinking here.
Why am I not rich yet?
Yeah, exactly. Why are we not profiting off of people's deaths? Okay, well, let's move on to what is my last story. Another Florida man story that actually hits close to home to me because I feel like this could happen to me at any point in time in my life. A Florida man was arrested outside of Olive Garden after eating pasta belligerently, which, if that's the only way I eat pasta,
is belligerently.
Exactly. A drunk Florida man was arrested outside of Olive Garden after eating pasta in an inappropriate manner.
Uh-oh.
According to the Miami Herald, officers with the Naples Police Department were dispatched to the chain restaurant regarding a disturbance. A man was reportedly asking restaurant patrons for money and yelling at them using explicit language. When police arrived, they discovered a shirtless man sitting on a bench outside of the establishment. The man was allegedly shoveling spaghetti into his mouth with his hands. Nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Well, no one complains when my 18-month-old does it.
Exactly. Yeah. The man, identified as 32-year-old Ben Paget, was placed under arrest for disorderly intoxication, according to the newspaper. However, before being placed in handcuffs, officers gave Paget a paper towel so he could wipe the pasta off his face. The Herald also reports while in the back of the police car, Paget began violently twisting his body, kicking his legs, and smashing his head against a metal cage partition. He reportedly faced an additional charge of resisting an officer without violence and was released on a $2,000 bond. So Mr. Paget here, who has a really good mug shot where you can tell he's been slamming his head against a metal cage. And, at least went to jail with his belly full. You know, it was always good.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's a while before you get your first meal.
And then that first meal in jail's usually not what you was hoping it would be.
Especially if you're in an Alabama jail. I know this is Florida. The laws may be different, but you know, in Alabama, the way they do it is, or unless they've changed the law since there was some controversy last year, is whatever the sheriff doesn't spend on the food budget for the jail, the sheriff gets to keep.
Right.
And so, like, if he gets a budget of $500,000, he can feed everybody on $250, then he's keep pocketing $250. That's why you have 37 people running for sheriff, you know, to make $40,000 a year and endanger their lives, busting meth heads, so they can make that extra food money. But that's a whole nother thing for another day. Anyways, we've all been to Olive Garden, and, you know, we've all gotten a little belligerent but I'll just say, let he who has not got belligerent and ate pasta cast the first stone.
I'm just glad it wasn't me that got busted.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I've been lucky. I've been real lucky. I've been real lucky. You know. All right. I've been saving this story for last. Oh, yeah.
And just FYI, if there's any small kids,
yes,
you know, your teenagers, they're probably fine. I feel like this show is kind of a rated T for teen show anyway.
Sure, yeah.
We try to, you know, keep it, you know, relatively
clean,
PG-13, relatively clean, but we do go where the news takes us.
That's true. Yeah, we're beholden to the stories we get.
And this next news story, again, you know, little ears, close them up because they're going to ask you some questions that you may not want to answer.
Yeah, right.
I may take a cue from that story show and change one keyword to something else, but you can probably guess what I'm talking about.
All right.
Man sues parents over trashed corn collection.
Oh, corn.
Corn.
Okay. I love corn.
I bet you do.
I love it. Love corn. Buttered up corn. Anyways.
A man now living in Indiana is suing.
It's appropriate since he lives in Indiana. Yes. That's all there is in Indiana.
If only it could have been Nebraska.
It's like Indiana is filled up with like corn and white basketball players. That's the only thing they have there.
He is suing his parents after he says they destroyed his valuable corn collection.
Okay, valuable.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not like you can get it on the internet for free anymore.
I was going to say, I feel like the value has really dropped in the last
commodity
decade.
It used to be.
No.
Not since the rise of the smartphone.
Yes, right.
Fox 17 is choosing to identify the plaintiff in this story as Charlie, as this is a civil case without any associated criminal charges.
Okay.
So at least it's legal corn.
Yeah, legal.
It's not any kind of dark web corn.
Right. Young corn.
The case dates back to October 2016 when, according to a lawsuit filed this week, Charlie moved into his parents' home in Grand Haven after going through a divorce from his wife.
Oh, I wonder why.
I wonder if it had anything to do with the corn.
She must not have been a corn fan.
Charlie apparently stayed for 10 months in their home doing housework in lieu of paying rent.
Okay. All right.
He was asked to leave after police had been called to the house in August of 2017 for a domestic situation.
Wow.
His parents allegedly traveled in November 2017 to his new place in Indiana to drop off possessions that he had left at their house. Allegedly missing from the items that they brought, Charlie's massive cornography collection. Charlie says his parents told him that they destroyed the entire collection, a collection that consisted of over 12 moving boxes full.
Moving boxes?
Yes.
Well, we had a debate earlier about the box size.
Because a shoebox, you can put a lot of corn in a shoebox.
Yeah, right. I mean, if you have 12 shoeboxes, that's a lot still.
You can really put a lot in moving boxes.
Yes, right.
The Ottawa County Sheriff's Office was eventually called out about the destroyed items. Charlie filed a police report estimating the value of his collection to be $28,940.72. This dude's got it down to the 72 cents.
What? I mean, like, what is in it?
I don't know.
Is he like, Mom, I have my first production, run of Big Butt Bonanza number 32. I can't believe you threw it away.
Well, if you start with 32, you have no idea what happened in the previous 31
I know.
films.
You're going to get so lost in the plot.
The prosecutor's office declined to file charges against his parents.
Okay.
So,
They're just
good
like,
job.
Man, they're like, you've got enough punishment knowing your son has spent $28,000 on corn.
I mean, I imagine the prosecutor looking at the dude and being, are you serious?
Yeah, right.
Really?
This is the amount you're going with. Like, are you telling this to me right now? Like, I'm just saying, if you spend that much money, that's something you should never tell anybody.
You have
ever.
spent $28,940.72 too much.
Yes, exactly. That is like a fully loaded Kia. You know?
Yeah, it is.
It's like you get leather seats, everything. Bluetooth.
All
yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
Just a month after filing a police report, Charlie apparently began corresponding with his father via email, telling him in part that, quote, if you had a problem with my belongings, you should have stated that at the time, and I would have gone elsewhere. Instead, you chose to keep quiet and behave vindictively.
Oh.
They're probably trying to...
They're like, hey, look.
They're trying to preserve you some honor here, buddy.
Look, I would say this right here. If anybody, I don't care what age you are listening to this, if your mom and dad are normal moms and dads,
yes,
and they discover that you have even one, like just a Playboy, right, they're going to throw it away. Now, imagine they stumble upon $28,000 worth. They're not going to just turn it back over to you. They're like, our son is a weirdo, and we're burning all this or whatever. Giving it to Goodwill. Like, what do you do with all of it?
Yeah, you can't give it to Goodwill.
Can you not?
I don't know.
I don't either. I've never tried. I keep all mine. I've
never gone to a Goodwill shopping for corn.
I've only got 11 moving boxes full.
His father, according to the lawsuit, responded, quote, believe it or not, one reason for why I destroyed your corn was for your own mental and emotional health.
There we go.
I would have done the same if I had found a kilo of crack cocaine. Someday I hope you will understand.
Okay, well, I wouldn't equate it with crack, though. I'd say crack's pretty rough.
But this is a good dad.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, definitely a good dad.
You know, you should be thankful that you have a father who's willing to throw out your corn collection.
Yes, he loves you.
Charlie's father said in one email that his son was allegedly kicked out of high school and college for selling corn to other students.
Well, he had like a dealership.
I guess so.
Who is buying this stuff these days?
Did this happen in the 90s? This isn't a thing.
I mean, there's no need. I mean, not that I would know. There's no need to spend money anymore, so I've heard.
Saying in the documents, I also warned you at that time that if I ever found corn in my house again, I would destroy it.
Okay, he
warned you.
That's right.
You should have known better, Charlie.
Wow. I wonder what his ex-wife's got to say about all of it.
I bet she has plenty of
I bet she does, too.
Charlie, apparently feeling the situation unresolved, he reached back out to investigators, allegedly sending one officer 44 emails worth of movies that he says were destroyed.
Goodness gracious.
All 44 of them was Big Butt Bonanza.
That's right.
1 through 44.
That's right. Okay.
Listing many as valuable out-of-print films.
Of course.
Well, I'm sure there's going to be more to replace them.
Right. It's not like they've stopped making anything.
Writing, quote, not just out of print, but the entire studio making it dissolved. And that was 20 years ago.
Wow. I wonder why. Probably because it's free everywhere nowadays.
The prosecutor's office again declined filing charges. Charlie is now suing his parents for a total of $86,822.16.
That's got to be emotional.
I was about to say, where did it go? Yeah,
pain and suffering.
That's quite a bit more than the original.
Definitely.
Fox 17 reached out to the attorney representing Charlie, and they have no comment at this time. I wonder why.
Yeah.
If I was his lawyer, I wouldn't have comment either.
Well, if you're his lawyer, you're just like, keep paying me that check. I'll keep filing motions on your behalf.
I'll keep filing ridiculous motions that go nowhere on your behalf.
Listen out. You know, the lawyer's like having to type out all those assets that were lost and everything. You're like, man, this dude's a creep.
Think of all the all the times that my client missed out on because he threw away his corn collection.
Golly, because, man, that's rough. That is rough. Okay.
All right. Well,
are we moving on?
I think we're done. We're done here.
I was like, I want to give myself a congratulations. It's a Big Butt Bonanza. I'm not sure if that is a title of a movie, but it should be.
I feel like I need to go take a shower. So,
All right, well, let's move on to community news.
let's do it.
All right, we want to thank our sponsor, the world-famous Cajun Curl Bayou Blended Spice, for all of their support. Check them out at CajunCurl.com. You can order the spice and their Cajun Curl chip cutter right there on CajunCurl.com. It was created on the Elm Bayou in Evangeline Parish, Louisiana, and it's a seasoning that goes on everything. If you like cooking or eating, this is a spice for you. Cajun Curl Bayou Blended Spice goes well on chicken, beef, pork, potatoes, Big Butt Bonanza, and anything else you can think of putting it on. The spiral potato cutter is absolutely amazing. It's easy to use, easy to clean, and it will allow you to make your own chips using the Cajun Curl spice. If you want to turn your next cookout or movie watching party up a notch, imagine whipping up a batch of your own homemade potato chips. Your next door neighbor isn't going to be able to top that. And let me tell you, the homemade chips with Cajun Curl Bayou Blended Spice on them will change your life. On their website, CajunCurl.com, you can not only order the original Bayou Blended Spice, but the Cajun Curl chip cutter as well. And you can also find recipes that are absolutely mind-blowing. You can locate your nearest retailer or order your own. If your local grocer doesn't carry the world-famous Cajun Curl Bayou Blended Spice, ask them to start stocking it. Now, here locally, it's available at Piggly Wiggly in Northport.
Yeah, it is.
Just announced at Mark's Mart in Northport.
Wow, that's new for me.
Oh, yeah, that
Didn't
place
know
is.
that.
I hadn't been in there, but I've been to the one in Selma, and it's pretty awesome. And at Vowels on Skyland Boulevard and South's Finest Meats. So if you're here local to the West Alabama, Greater
You
Tuscaloosa,
can't shop
Northport,
without seeing it for sale somewhere.
that's right. Yeah, you need to go by and you can pick it up. All of their products are made in the USA. They are low salt, all natural, and they have a little kick to it, but it doesn't burn your lips. World famous Cajun Curl Bayou Blended Spice. Taste the spice, but not the heat. Check them out on CajunCurl.com and use the promo code EOP10. That's EOP and the number 10 to get a 10% discount.
Because we ask that you use the spice, but we don't ask you pay full price.
Amen.
All right, for community news this week, we have a voicemail.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so here we go.
Yeah, we're on a voicemail roll. 2 in a row.
2 in a row.
And we got one in the hopper we're saving.
Yes.
Okay,
absolutely.
all right.
Here we go.
Hello, I am Kimmy Patterson from Duncan, Oklahoma. I have been listening to your podcast, and my gosh, it makes me long to go back to Alabama. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
I sent you an email, and I've tried to rate you on iTunes, but iTunes apparently does not like you. So
bummer.
if there's another way I can
Or
rate
keep us
you
down.
or whatever to give you guys more views, I will absolutely do that. You guys are fantastic. Keep up the good work. Love, Kimmy from Oklahoma.
Thank you so much, Kimmy, for
Yes.
calling our phone line.
Right. Yes. Hey,
Yes.
Kimmy, that's great. I want more people to call it. They should follow your example and call us and say whatever they want to. I would welcome people to, if we could just say all this week, call us and roast us. Say whatever you want to about us. Because there's people we personally know who could probably call in and say some stuff that would really hurt our feelings. I would welcome that. But, Kimmy, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for listening and taking time to try to give us a review and for calling in.
It means a lot. It really does.
And spread the word out there in Oklahoma. I got a cousin who lives out there, and he won't listen, I don't think, because he's too cool. And he really is too cool. But, you guys just let everybody know about us. We sent you guys a quarterback. We sent Oklahoma a quarterback, so they should be thankful for us.
She mentioned an email in that voicemail. I've got it right here.
Oh, okay.
You want to hear what she has to write? Kimmy not only called us, but she also wrote in.
Oh, listener of the week.
Absolutely. The subject line is episode 12, so she's gone back into the dark, scary
regions.
part of Earth Oddity. And she writes, the Rattlesnake Festival in Apache, Oklahoma is fun. It's a huge deal around these parts. They kill the snakes and cook parts and use the skin for various handbags and boots. Those snake hunters are some crazy dudes. I have been trying to rate you on iTunes for 3 days, but no luck. So here it is. She's just going to write in her recommendation. So, as a former citizen of the great state of Alabama who was born and raised in the great state of Oklahoma, you guys are the funniest and most entertaining thing that has ever come out of Alabama. So, wow. Them's the facts.
That's pretty good. I mean, Willie Mays born here. Yeah. He's pretty entertaining.
But we're funnier than Willie Mays.
Yeah. Not as good a baseball player, but yes.
I patrol 8 hours a day, and you guys keep me cracking up all shift long. I love the Florida man stuff. It brings me great joy. Keep up the good work, y'all. I have been binging your episodes, and I just love you guys. Thanks for sharing your funny show. God bless you guys.
Well,
thank you so much. That really means a lot.
Yeah, we're friends now. By the way, just so in case you didn't know, we're best friends now. Do you want to go to the garage and do some karate? Yeah, we're definitely best friends. So thank you so much, Kimmy. It means the world to us to know that somebody enjoys it at least.
Sometimes when it's late at night and my entire family has gone to bed and I'm editing audio for this show, sometimes you just kind of feel like you're just shouting into the void.
Yeah.
And you wonder if anybody enjoys this. But then you get a few calls, you get a few emails, you get
lifted our spirits.
Yeah, it makes me think, there are some people out there who think this show is at least a little bit beneficial.
Right.
So,
well, and Kimmy, I would say since you called in and emailed us
and tweeted out of us.
And tweeted us and followed us on Instagram, that we only ask that you tell 75 people to listen to this show.
We usually ask for 100.
We usually ask for 100, but you get a break.
25% discount.
That's right. So all you have to do is just tell 75 people to listen to this show. At least just show them how to download it and subscribe. They don't even really have to listen, but we would rather them listen. So
yes.
Yeah.
You have been listening to Earth Oddity Podcast, and we thank you so much for listening to us no matter where you get us. Whether you get us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, we're on them all.
Yeah, we're all great podcasts are found. We're there.
If you would like to write into the show like Kimmy did, you can write into us. It's earthoddity@planetmail.net.
That's right.
If you would like to follow us on Twitter,
like Kimmy did,
it's @_earthoddity. Do you like pictures? Sometimes we post a lot of pictures now.
Huge week. Yeah.
You can follow us on
like
Instagram,
Kimmy did.
Kimmy did _earthoddity. And also, if you would like to call us,
like Kimmy did,
you can reach us at
662-493-2059. That's 662-493-2059.
We hope everyone has a wonderful week. Remember, we're stamping out hunger.
That's right. May 11th.
May 11th.
Help your local postman out to help fight hunger. Leave some groceries out by your mailbox in a bag, of course.
Yes.
Don't make them do it all loose like some heathen Philistine, okay?
Earth Oddity for the Fringe Radio Network signing off.
Love y'all.
Bye.
This has been a very odd production. Thanks for listening.